Hello, boys and girls. So we are starting a new math lesson today where we are actually going to be multiplying fractions by fractions instead of multiplying fractions by whole numbers. But the cool thing about this lesson is that you already have a head start because we learned how to kind of sort of multiply fractions by fractions yesterday when we made our whole number into a fraction. Because if you remember, we multiplied numerator by numerator to get our numerator, and then the denominator by the denominator to get our denominator, and then we just simplified our fractions. Well, we're actually going to do the same thing today, but I'm going to show you another way to solve these problems as well by drawing, and you can see I have my little box here to help us out. So I'm going to show us first how to solve this problem with a drawing, and then I'm going to show us how to do it the standard way, which is the way you kind of already know. So by drawing, basically you're just going to draw both of these fractions on the same sheet of paper or on the same little box. So I look at my first fraction and I have 2/3. I like to go across my paper first. So that means I need to split my paper or my box, whatever you're using, into 3 sections. So we've got 3 sections. And this top numerator tells me that I need to shade in 2 of my 3 sections. So I'm going to kind of scribble in 2 out of my 3 sections. So I know that I have 2 out of 3. Okay. Well, that second fraction tells me I have 4 sections. So instead of going from side to side, I'm now going to go from top to bottom and split my paper into 4 sections. So that's 2 sections, 3 sections, 4 sections. How many of those sections do I need to color in? 3. So I'm actually going to get a different color. I'll do blue and color, since we made our lines vertical, I'm going to color my vertical sections this way. And I need to color 3 of them. So you can see with my orange that I have 2 out of 3 going horizontally. And you can see with my blue that I have 3 out of 4 going vertically. So the way you would get your answer is you count your total number of squares that you split your paper or your box into to get your denominator. So let's count our squares together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So your denominator is 12. Okay, then your numerator you'll find by counting the squares that have both orange and blue. So this one's just orange, so it wouldn't count. This one doesn't have any color, it wouldn't count. This one is just blue, so it wouldn't count. We only count the ones that have both colors in them. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares with both colors in them. So your answer is 6/12. But anytime you multiply fractions, you have to make sure your answer is in simplest form or you have reduced your answer. So is there a number that both 6 and 12 are divisible by? Well, I know that 6 and 12 are both even, so they're both divisible by 2, but I'm going to see if there's a higher number that they're divisible by before I go with 2. They're both divisible by 3, so I could start there. They're not divisible by 4. They're not divisible by 5. Are they both divisible by 6? Yes. So I'm actually going to divide the top by 6. And whatever you do to the top, you have to do to the bottom and divide the bottom by 6. And 6 divided by 6 is 1. And 12 divided by 6 is 2. So my reduced answer would be 1/2. So if the drawing is confusing to you, you can also just multiply numerator by numerator, which would have been 2 times 3, and you get 6. And you do denominator by denominator, 3 times 4 equals 12. And then you still would have reduced and gotten 1/2. We are going to do one more problem together. See if I can erase this. Alrighty. So our next problem that we are going to do is going to be 3/5. So 3/5 times 1/3. This time we'll do the standard way first, and then we'll draw the diagram. And remember, when you do the assignment below this video, do whatever works best for you, okay? So if I'm doing the standard way, I have 3 times 1, and I get 3. And then I have 5 times 3, and I get 15. Then I have to check and see, is there a number that goes into both 3 and 15? Well, we know 1 does, but that would give us the same fraction. So we're not going to use 1. Does 2? No. What about 3? Yes, 3 and 15 are divisible by 3. So I'm going to divide the top and the bottom by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. And 15 divided by 3 is 5. So my answer would be 1/5. If you would rather draw it out, we'll do it that way. You make yourself a box. And again, my box is not perfect. Yours does not have to be perfect. Look at your first fraction, and we have 3/5. That means I need to split my paper into 5 sections. So that's 2, 3, 4. We'll do 5. How many of those 5 sections do I need to color in? 3. That's right. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now looking at my second fraction, how many times do I need to split my paper going vertical or vertically? 3 times. So 1, 2, 3 sections. How many of those sections do I need to shade? Just 1. So I shade my 1 full section. Now, I would find my denominator by counting my total number of squares, which we said was 15. So let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Awesome job. Next, I would find my numerator by counting the boxes that have both colors. So let's count. 1, 2, 3. Great job, guys. No matter how you want to solve these problems, by doing it the standard method or by drawing a diagram, you will get the same answer. Once you get your answer, remember you have to reduce by checking if there is a number that is divisible by both the top and the bottom numbers in order to get your reduced fraction or your reduced answer. If you have any questions, please let me know. You have a short assignment to practice this right below this, and I will see you guys tomorrow to learn about comparing fractions. Have a great rest of your day.